If you're a dog owner in the Webster area, you already know how awesome it is to have a great dog. But finding the right trainer to help them be their best self, that can be a challenge. So today, we're going to break down exactly how to find a fantastic local trainer who's the perfect fit for both you and your dog.
Right, so this is the big question. With so many options out there, it can feel a little bit overwhelming. But our goal here is to give you a really clear, straightforward way to cut through the noise and make a choice you can feel great about.
First things first, let's talk about the how. The training method a professional uses is maybe the most important piece of the puzzle because it shapes the entire relationship you have with your dog.
Modern science-backed training is all about this one concept, positive reinforcement. It's actually really simple. Instead of punishing bad behavior, you just reward the good stuff. When your dog does what you want, they get a treat or praise or a toy. This makes your dog actually want to learn, and it builds a ton of trust, which is just everything.
So this is a big one. You really want to steer clear of any trainer who relies on things like fear, intimidation, or physical punishment. Those old-school techniques can actually create way more problems down the road, like anxiety and aggression, and it can seriously damage that bond you have with your dog. A positive approach is just a better, more effective way to go.
All right, so you know you're looking for a positive reinforcement trainer. The next step is to make sure they actually have the qualifications to back it up. Here's something you might not know. In Texas, the dog training industry isn't regulated. That means pretty much anyone can say they're a trainer. That's why looking for certifications is so important. Acronyms like CPDTKA or ones from the IABC show that a trainer has actually passed rigorous exams and is committed to a professional code of ethics.
Think of this as your personal checklist. When you get a potential trainer on the phone, have these questions ready. It'll help you get all the info you need to make a good decision. And pay really close attention to their answer about philosophy. It should line up perfectly with that positive approach we just talked about.
So you know how to find a qualified trainer. Now let's figure out what kind of program is actually the best fit for you, because it's definitely not one size fits all.
You've basically got two main options here. Group classes are awesome for general obedience, for socialization, and for learning to focus with other dogs around. Private sessions, on the other hand, are perfect if you're dealing with something specific at home, like your dog going wild at the doorbell, because the trainer can address the problem right where it happens.
Then there's a third option, board and train. That's where your dog goes to live with the trainer for a couple of weeks. It can be great for intensive learning, but here's the absolute key. A good program will spend a lot of time teaching you how to maintain all those new skills when your dog comes home. Without that part, the training probably won't stick.
Okay, let's talk about the practical stuff. We're going to cover what you can expect to pay for training right here in Webster and a few of the key local rules to keep on your radar. As you can see, the cost can vary a lot. A 6-week group class is usually your most budget-friendly choice, while a full board and train program is, a much bigger investment. This should give you a pretty solid baseline for what to expect here in the Webster and Harris County area.
To put it in perspective, for just a single 1-hour private lesson, you're typically looking at this range. It can be a great way to tackle one specific issue or just get an expert's opinion without committing to a huge package up front.
And as for rules, these are really the big three for dog owners in Harris County. A dog that walks nicely on a leash and doesn't bark nonstop, well, that makes you a fantastic neighbor. And good training directly helps you nail all of these.
Okay, so you've hired a trainer and you're learning new things. Where do you go to practice? Let's check out some awesome local spots to help make those new skills stick.
Practicing in the real world is so important. Exploration Park is great for working on those polite leash skills when there are other people and bikes around. For a calmer vibe with more natural distractions, the trails at Clear Creek Nature Center are perfect. And when you're ready to practice that all-important come, a safe, fenced-in park like the one in League City is your best bet.
And this really says it all. Taking the time up front to find the right professional pays off in a huge way. It really just sets you and your dog up for a wonderful partnership and a much more peaceful, happy life together.
Because ultimately, that's what this is all about. Having a well-trained dog makes every single walk down Bay Area Boulevard, every visit to a friend's house, every trip to the park more enjoyable for everyone, especially you and your dog. When you find that great, positive trainer, you're not just solving problems, you're building a stronger, happier relationship. Best of luck on your training journey.